All right. So what are the board's and the company's duties when raising money from actual or prospective investors, current or prospective investors? In general, the U.S. federal securities laws provide that a company needs to provide all material information that a reasonable investor would find material to the investment decision. Also, the company can't omit a fact that a reasonable investor would find substantially likely to alter the total mix of information that's material to the investment decision. So basically, there's a concept there of materiality, reasonable investor, investment decision. So if someone's going to make an investment decision with respect to your company needs to provide them with all material information that a reasonable person or investor would find necessary to make a decision to invest or not invest. You can't fail to give them information that would change the total mix of information available that's material to their investment decision. So you can't really leave anything out that would change the balance of information. So for example, one negative fact among 10 really positive facts might be material if it suggests that your company can't function or has a major block, or some other thing like litigation that would be reasonably foreseeable to increase the company's expenses. Those are examples. So the general rule is that you got to consider anything that's material to the investment decision. If a reasonable investor would want to know before they make a call one way or another, and knowing the fact would change their mind about the deal, then that's a material fact that you need to disclose to them. At a minimum, most companies provide things like financial information. Sometimes they provide a whole suite of risk factors that are relevant to an investment decision. And exactly what you provide to an investor depends on the type of offering that your company is doing, and it depends on the particular facts about your company as well as the stage of development in which it's in. But the general standard is all material facts about the company need to be disclosed if they would be relevant to an investor's decision, yes or no, to invest. So, and again, you can't withhold or refrain from giving someone information if that would alter the total mix in their ultimate investment decision. So those are the general rules and parameters. We'll get into future offering topics about exactly what kind of disclosures in some cases are required by law and in what format, and then in other situations. And I think the other thing to keep in mind is the type of information, sort of also depends on the type of investor you're taking on board. The less sophisticated the investor is, the more information generally is going to be required by a court or a governmental agency like the SEC. And the more advanced, the more wealthy an investor is, maybe the less information in a specific format is required to be provided. But no one is ever permitted to not disclose the material facts about the investment in this particular situation. So that's never an option, and you can't withhold or omit any disclosures that would be basically damaging, that would, in a material way to the investment decision. So the idea behind our system of law and governance on this matter is that it's better to disclose to people than not to disclose. So there's rarely an impact to disclosing something that doesn't look great, but there can be a severe impact, even a criminal impact, to failing to disclose material facts or misleading anyone on material facts and things like that. So these are, pretty important disclosure obligations that, U.S. companies have when raising money and funds. It's important to keep them in mind. Consult someone about your specific fact pattern and your particular offering style and what you want to accomplish, and someone should be able to guide you with regard to the appropriate amount of disclosure given the situation. If you like our video, subscribe, give us a shout out, tell us how we're doing. Appreciate all your support. Take care.